Welcome back to part 9.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is...
Hello everyone and welcome back to Pitch This here on the MrEliMac YouTube channel. I'm your host MrEliMac and we are on part 9 of the fan casting series of What If the MCU was the DCCU. And now we're currently on movies Wonder Woman Twilight of the Gods, which is the Thor Ragnarok analog, and Static Shock, the Black Panther analog. And again, for the Wonder Woman one, I'm only going to be talking about the new cast members that will be in this film. And since Static Shock is a new movie, everyone that is major in this film will be casted. And again, thank you all so much for just watching this series. I know this has been quite a long one, but again, I want to thank you all so much for watching this. And again, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That way you can be up to date with all the videos I have here on the channel. Also, hit the notification bell. That way you can be notified whenever a new video like this comes your way. So we're going to be starting off with Wonder Woman Twilight of the Gods, which again, characters like Wonder Woman are returning, but some of the human characters like Steve Trevor and all them, they are not going to be in this film. Instead, a character like Ares, who again has been sort of my Loki analog, will be in the film sort of supporting Wonder Woman throughout this storyline. Again, Ares has gone sort of on a redemption arc, which I didn't originally intend for that, but when I just, mainly because of who I cast in the role, I just wanted to continue a redemption arc and make him sort of a major supporting character. And we get returning Amazons like Artemis, Queen Hippolyta, Mala, Nubia, Philippus, and we get a new character because this is like the Thor Ragnarok. I decided to add another hero, sort of the Hulk analog in this, which will be Arthur Curry, Aquaman, because again, this is Twilight of the Gods. We're going to be mentioning sort of like the end of the gods. All the gods are dying in quotes for this film, but we won't be seeing a lot of the gods. We're only going to be seeing, the main god that we're going to be seeing is Ares, and we're just going to be hinting at characters like Poseidon and Zeus and all that. And because Poseidon is going to be a major thing, or just that idea of the ocean being in disarray, we're going with Aquaman, and we're going to be seeing sort of some of Aquaman's sort of supporting characters in this film. Hence why Mera and Volca were in Justice League Panic in the Sky. We're getting a continuation of Aquaman's story. But for the newer characters, let's start off with sort of the supporting antagonist, which is sort of like the Scourge and Executioner character, which is Ocean Master, Orm Marius. He will be sort of serving as the supporting antagonist in this film to the main antagonist, who I will be saying at the end of this film. And Ocean Master, I cast Wes Bentley. I really enjoy Wes Bentley and a lot of the stuff he's in. He's really good in Hunger Games, and hot take, I actually enjoyed him in Ghost Rider. I thought he did a really good job in Ghost Rider, and that's sort of one of the reasons why I wanted to put him in this film. I think he did a really good job playing the antagonist. I can't remember his Blackheart. I think he did a really good job playing Blackheart, and I really wanted to continue bringing him back as Ocean Master. Next up is another sort of, no, actually, Ocean Master served the Grandmaster position. The Executioner Scourge character is actually Aresia, who is mainly a character from the animated show. And for Aresia, I cast Lisa Loven Cogsley, who was a major supporting character in the Wonder Woman movies, the actual Wonder Woman movies. I really enjoyed her in the Wonder Woman movie, and also when she appeared in Zack Snyder's Justice League and in the Justice League, I thought she did a really good job. So I really wanted to put her in this position where she is sort of serving as the secondary antagonist to the main antagonist of this film, and I think she would do a really good job. So Lisa Loven Cogsley as Aresia. Now it's time for the two major supporting characters, and for the first supporting character, it was mentioned in the comments of my Wonder Woman Underworld story that I forgot to mention a character that was introduced in that film, and that was because I just shifted where I wanted to introduce this character, and I'm introducing her here, and that is Donna Troy, aka sort of the original Wonder Girl, but I'm not going to do that little storyline with her. Instead, when she's here, she's just Troya, and Donna Troy, one of the Amazons that is currently working with Wonder Woman in this time. And for Donna Troy, I cast Olivia Cooke. I think Olivia Cooke is a really great actress, especially when you watch House of the Dragon. I think she does a really great job in that show, but also I think that around this time she's a younger actress, and so I think this would have been a good introduction for her for a lot of audiences. And also she was in Ready Player One, and I think she did a really good job doing a lot of the sort of action sequences in that film. So I thought she would do a really good job for this character. So Olivia Cooke is Donna Troy. Next up is another one of the supporting characters who would sort of serve as the major supporting character for Aquaman, and that is Garth, aka Tempest. And I really wanted Tempest to be introduced, that way we could get sort of a lot of the original sidekicks that were in the comics, have them be introduced in the universe. And I think that Tempest would be really great job being as a supporting character for Aquaman. And for Tempest, I cast Ryan Potter. Ryan Potter, most known for playing Beast Boy in the Titan show, and I thought he did a really great job as Beast Boy. I didn't cast him as Beast Boy because I already had someone else cast as Beast Boy in my sort of Netflix side, but I won't tell you who it is because he'll be playing a part in the future of Phase 4. But I think Ryan Potter is a really great actor. I think he does a really great job in the martial arts and sort of bringing a little levity to the universe. And I think he would do a really great job in the role of Tempest, sort of being the right-hand man to Aquaman and sort of being one of the characters that's fighting off against Ocean Master. And I think it would be very cool to see Ryan Potter as this heroic character. So Ryan Potter is Tempest. And now it's time for the final new character in Wonder Woman Twilight of the Gods, and that is the main antagonist, Cersei. And Cersei is very much a sorceress, sort of that type of mystical character that is wanting to bring about the Twilight of the Gods. In the original comic, she was very much responsible for the War of the Gods, but I'm just changing that storyline and really using that storyline, but really changing the name of it to Twilight of the Gods. And for Cersei, I really wanted to cast someone who could bring an elegance to herself, and also someone you could look at and be like, oh yeah, she's evil, and she just carries herself with a regalness to where you can believe that people would look up to her and sort of bow themselves to her. And for Cersei, I cast Eva Green. Eva Green has always been an actress where she's always played a femme fatale type character. She's always played this villainous type mystical character, and I think that she would do a great job as Cersei. She's amazing in Casino Royale, in Camelot, because I think, yeah, they did a Camelot show on Stars, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure. It could have been on Showtime, but I think she does a really great job in a majority of the roles she's in. Sure, the properties may not be that great, but I know, like, whenever she's in it, she's always doing great in them. She is someone that I always look forward to whenever I hear she's in it. So Eva Green as Cersei. And that's it for the new characters of Wonder Woman Twilight of the Gods. It's now time to move on to the last film that I'm going to be talking about, and that is Static Shock. Static Shock is my Black Panther analog. He would have been a character that would have been introduced in Superman Tower of Babel, mainly as a supporting character, not someone with all of his powers yet, but he would have just been someone that was just visiting Metropolis because of a family member that is there. He would have popped up in a few scenes, but he wouldn't have served a major thing to the plot. In this one, this is his full movie. He is getting a big starring role as in this film, and so we are following this character. And let's get into the cast for Static Shock. For Virgil Hawkins, aka Static, I cast Shameik Moore, and I very much love Shameik Moore and a lot of the stuff he does. He is the voice for Miles Morales in the animated Spider-Verse movies, and I think he's just a really great actor, and I think he would bring a lot of fun to Static. I think a lot of people would even look at him and be like, oh yeah, he's great. He's believable in this role. You can believe that he's playing a kid, and I think he would do a really great job as Static. So Shameik Moore is Static. Next up is Daisy Watkins, who is sort of serving as the main love interest in the film. And for Daisy Watkins, I cast Laura Harrier, and she's best known for playing Liz in Spider-Man Homecoming. She's been in other projects as well, but for me, that's like the main thing I know her for. And I think she did a really great job in that role, being someone that could continue to play a love that would play someone that would be a love interest, but in this one she would be more of an active character, and I think Laura Harrier would do a really great job playing Daisy Watkins. Also, if you're noticing, a lot of the images are coming from the animated show Static Shock, and that's really more of like the inspiration I'm taking for this project is the animated show. So Laura Harrier as Daisy Watkins. Next up is Frida Gorin, who, though the image has her as a redheaded white girl, I actually forgot that she looks like that, so I just did not cast her as I did not cast a white actress for this character. Instead, I cast an actress who I know is really great, but just wasn't given a lot of stuff to do in X-Men Apocalypse, and that is Lana Condor. I think she's a really great actress, and the few bits and pieces that she had in X-Men Apocalypse as Jubilee was a lot of fun. I think she did a really great job, especially with PS to All the Boys I Love. I think those are the titles of the movies, but I think she does a really great job in those movies as well, and I think she would do a really great job playing sort of the friend, one of the friend characters to Virgil, and I think she would do a really great job in this film. So Lana Condor is Frida Gorin. Next up is Richie Stone, who I'm just using his name from the comics instead of using his name from the show, and I think Richie would be a great character to have as sort of the tech guy. You know, he's in the TV show, he becomes Gear, and that's a storyline we're going to focus on in the future. And I think Richie would be really great to have as like the guy in the chair. So for Richie Stone, I picked Lucas Hedges. And I think Lucas Hedges is a really great actor, being able to play a character that would be the best friend to Virgil. I think he would have great chemistry with Shamik. And I think Lucas Hedges is just a great actor. He's just a great actor. And so yeah, Lucas Hedges is Richie Stone. Next up is Sharon Hawkins, the older sister to Virgil. Now, she could have been, I can't remember exactly if she's the older sister to Virgil, but from my memory, I think she is the older sister. And for Sharon Hawkins, I cast Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer is someone that I very much love. I grew up watching her when she was a child actress, getting to this place that she is now, and I think she would do a really great job playing the older sister, being someone that is willing to push Virgil to be better, and I think Keke Palmer would do a great job in that role. So Keke Palmer is Sharon Hawkins. Next up is Robert Hawkins, the father to Virgil and Sharon, and for Robert, I cast someone who literally was the first person that came to mind when I saw Robert Hawkins' picture, and that is Tyler Perry. I think Tyler Perry is a really great actor whenever he's not forced to be behind the Medea makeup. I think Tyler Perry is a really great filmmaker and a great actor, and I think Tyler Perry could do a really great job sort of being the paternal figure for Virgil and Sharon, sort of being the mentor figure as well, and I think Tyler Perry would probably do really have a lot of fun being able to play in the superhero film. So Tyler Perry is Robert Hawkins. Next up is the reporter character Shelley Sandoval, and originally I had someone else cast in this role, and then I looked at the actual character and I did a little bit more research on Shelley Sandoval, and I realized I wasn't casting accurate for the character, and so for Shelley Sandoval I cast Christian Sedatos, who was in Walking Dead and played Selena in the Selena Netflix show. And I think she is a really great actress. I think that she would bring a lot of fun to the character, and I think this is also a character that would allow her to have more fun in the role. So I think she would do a really great job. So Christian Saratos as Shelley Sandoval. And now it's time to talk about the antagonists for the film. I'm going to talk about the henchmen first, and then do the main antagonist. For the first henchman, it is Hyde, who is one of the main character, one of the members of the Rough Pack. And he is sort of the leader of the Rough Pack in the show, but in this one I would sort of twist it to where he's not the leader, he's just one of the henchmen for the main antagonist. And for Hyde, I cast Leon Thompson III. He is very much a musician, but also when he was first starting, he was an actor on Victorious. And I think he would do a really great job being able to have fun in this villainous role, and also be able to be sort of the leader type character for the Rough Pack, and I think he could have a lot of fun. And I do think he is a great actor, especially whenever I would watch Victorious. I think he did a really great job in that show. So Leon Thompson III as Hyde. Next up is Ferret, another member of the Rough Pack, and for Ferret I cast Dylan Minnette. And Dylan Minnette is a really great actor. He's done a lot of stuff when he was younger. He was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He played, what's the character? Blizzard. He played a version of Blizzard, the Iron Man villain Blizzard, in that show. And I thought he did a really fun job. I thought he did a really great job in that role. And through all the other stuff I've seen him in, because I believe he is in the first Goosebumps movie with Jack Black, and I thought he did a really great job in that as well. And this will be his opportunity of being able to play a villain and being able to have fun as a villain. And I know actors really enjoy playing villains. So Dylan Minnette as Ferret. The last sort of henchman is Kangor, and he is sort of the character that would look cool and look the coolest, because when you look at his image from the show, he looks really cool. And I think that Kangor is someone that could really work as sort of the person that is questioning the main antagonist the most. So for Kangor, I cast Lamar Johnson, and I think Lamar Johnson could have a lot of fun in this role. I think he'd be able to enjoy the villainous type of personality and also be able to question the main antagonist a lot in this film. So Lamar Johnson as Kangor. Now for the main antagonist, I actually looked through all of the rogues that Static has, especially through the show, and I decided to make the main antagonist a little bit big but also smaller compared to some of the other villains. So for the main antagonist, it is Ivan Evans, aka Eben, and for Eben I cast Michael K. Williams. Michael K. Williams is a fantastic actor. Unfortunately, he has passed, but he wouldn't have passed by the time this movie came out. And I think he's a really great actor. I think he would be able to relish the idea of playing this villainous character. And though I cannot remember if Eben is a teenager in the animated show, I know that I wanted to change that. I wanted to be able to have a actor who is established that's not a teenager, that's not a younger actor. That way, whenever he is introduced and whenever he's carrying himself against Static, he could be like, hey kid, you can't do this, you're not good enough to stop me. And I think that would be an interesting dynamic for Static too, having to beat a villain that is someone of this status. So Michael K. Williams as Eben. And that's it for the movies, for the fan casting for these two movies. Next week, I'm going to be talking about two major movies. One of them doesn't have a lot of new characters that I am introducing, and the next one is a new movie, because next week I will be doing Justice League Darkseid War, and then after that is Zatanna. And those two are really big movies. And then we're almost done with Phase 3, and then we'll be hopping into Phase 4. But yeah, I've really been enjoying doing this fan casting series. I really hope that you've been enjoying it as well. This was a very requested topic, and I'm really hoping that everyone is getting enjoyment out of this and really enjoy my castings for this. Again, if whatever your thoughts, good, bad, indifferent, post them in the comments down below, because I love hearing your thoughts on all these castings. And also, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That way you can be up to date with all the videos I have here on the channel. Also, hit the notification bell. That way you can be notified whenever a new video like this comes your way. But until then, I've been Mr. EliMac, you've been the audience, and hope you all have a great rest of the day.